maybe not.
Well, I
Hey,
love
Elon,
that
so
you
we're,
are
we're
standing
all
up for.
on this
Hey, just a
space because of
question,
our
please.
belief in freedom to transact, and obviously Jack was a big Bitcoin Lightning guy. What can you comment on freedom to transact, Bitcoin Lightning, Twitter, anything we can look forward to?
Well, I think that's actually more powerful even than I think controlling than censorship, which is control of the monetary system. If you have control of the monetary system and control of transactions, you can literally stop someone from. You can starve people to death. You can throw them out of their homes. So we have to be very careful about who's controlling the money system here, and what rules and regulations are they going to put on transactions. It seems like PayPal has strayed pretty far from the path of that.
I've been banned from PayPal.
Seems to be moving in the direction of social credit and restricting transactions, so that's concerning. So I do think there is a role for crypto in the future, without speaking to any particular crypto coin, as a means of ensuring that the monetary system does not get completely corrupted. It provides competition to the fiat system, so that if the fiat system becomes overly restrictive, then crypto will grow. Basically, the better that the fiat system works, the less prominent crypto will be, and the worse the fiat system becomes, the more crypto will grow.
Hey, Elon, could you shed some spill the beans on the whole SBF, Binance, and Twitter fundraise?
I think there's not much not many beans to spill here. I had one conversation with SBF in May where it was weird. It was like half an hour. He was just talking like a mile a minute. I think he was clearly on some stimulants, and he kept talking about himself and FTX, and which is weird because the call was supposed to be about Twitter. And I was like, shouldn't you want to ask me some questions about Twitter instead of talking about yourself? The vibe I got there was like, this is my bullshit meter, was redlining. So I'm like, but everyone kept saying, Morgan Stanley and lots of other people kept saying, oh, SBF is the best, and he's got tons of money, and so that's why I agreed to speak to him. But then like I said, he set up my bullshit meter, which frankly I don't think this was deep insight wasn't necessary. If someone's calling you to talk about investing in a big transaction, they should be asking questions about the transaction, not talking about themselves and talking at the speed of an auctioneer. So that's it didn't require deep insight to figure out that the bullshit factor is high.
So you didn't end up with any client funds accidentally?
Yeah.
Hey, Elon, we did want to say on the Twitter Spaces during the blowout of SBF and FTX and all the other companies in crypto, there's been massive financial losses for many people, obviously. But Twitter Spaces actually became the place that drove the community together, and we've been sharing lots of stories. There were people that were suicidal because of the financial loss, and because of the community in Twitter Spaces, it prevented them taking their life. There's lots and lots of
and
stories.
to add to it as well, Elon, last time, if you remember when you joined the space about Sam, that space ended up going for 16 hours, and for 3-4 days the media was in our space getting the news from the space for 4 days, 5 days straight, and then writing stories on it day after day. And I think Simon was there, Kim was there, so it was I think it's the first time it happens to that extent on Twitter Spaces, and we're probably doing it again today.
Yeah, and this type of citizen journalism that you are enabling is so powerful, because we are the news now. If people want to learn the truth, they go to Twitter and join these spaces. It's like real time with experts. It's fantastic. And then we have people like you joining in and sharing their opinions and their thoughts. What is more powerful than that? The traditional media can pack and it's game over for them.